that. If you're looking to celebrate love and family, Christmas, while also, still balancing life's challenges, this is the movie for you. But it ends with beautiful Christmas cheer, family love, and, everything that Hallmark is made of.
And tell us a bit about your role in the movie, Sophie. Where does she come into it, or what's her role, or what's her connection to the Brenner brothers?
Sure. So I don't know if I can give spoilers away on this if somebody's seen it. Can I or not?
Yeah, it's
Based on the
released
last.
since the 23rd, so it's out so
Right.
3 days. So
Okay.
it has officially released.
Sure. So Sophie plays one of the Brenner brothers' wives. So I am Andrew's wife, who's the firefighter in the previous movie. And this movie, Sophie, it's her comeback story. She goes on her adventure. She's married now. She has a beautiful house, husband, and now is a career woman. So she's trying to balance all of those new facets of her life, and she has to go on her adventure for her career. She has a job trip she's going on, and of course, if Sophie has to take off for, trouble and goofiness to ensue. I know Paul, one of the writers, were like, "Hey, Nicole, sorry, this storyline only will happen if mom's away, because if mom stays in town, she'll fix everything."
If
So
mom's in
Sophie's off.
town, the boys won't play.
Exactly, exactly right. Exactly right. So she's there balancing her newfound life and her accomplishments, while the boys are at home getting into trouble and whatnot. And then they all reunite at the end to celebrate the family. And we have a couple of new cast members this movie who are phenomenal additions and add to the storylines. And there's three generations in this movie. So we have, the grandmother and her new love interest, played by Margaret Collin, is the grandmother, the Brenner boys' mom, the Brenner boys, of course. And then we have the fabulous Miles, who plays my son and is an incredible little actor, along with the rest of the children that are in the play and that are featured in the movie. But man, Miles is a little superstar, so I'm sure you'll see him around more for sure.
And is in terms of the humor, is it light-hearted? Do we have some good one-liners, or is there the typical pranks that sort of come with this sort of maraudery that comes with three grown men goofing around there, I say?
You know it, absolutely, absolutely. There's one-liners. There's Terry's an incredible director, so he, it was maybe written one way, and he definitely put his humor and heart to make it even that more fun and funnier, and everybody works so well together. So you'll definitely enjoy the movie and have some lines to take away from it to laugh with.
And tell me, Nicole, where did you film and where did you shoot this project, and how long did it take?
Sure. So we were in Vancouver, just outside of Vancouver, and this movie took, I think, 12 days total. So it's fairly fast. They're long days, weekends off typically, unless location needs to shoot on the weekend. But this one was 12 days, and it was just outside of Vancouver. So
Okay.
easy peasy.
And tell us, how did you? Obviously, you worked with Paul before in the past. So was it an easy sort of rope in for you to come on board with this project? Was it, "Look, listen, Nicole, we want you to come back for the second version, and we've got maybe an expanded storyline in terms of where we want to take it." And was that just gimme, gimme, gimme?
Exactly. Exactly. It was essentially just that. Yeah. But they made this movie very hush hush, though. So I believe it was another project, and my agent told me, just Hallmark has asked you to book, this X amount of time off. But we were working under a code name. Like, I didn't even know what it was for. I think probably up until like 2 weeks before we started shooting. But essentially that, because I was in the first movie, they just brought me on for the second one. So I'm totally lucky to be a part of such an amazing
So
cast.
So you were kept in the dark where the likes of Paul Campbell and Tyler Hynes and all that probably knew maybe a month in advance, or sort of, and didn't sort of let you in on the secret at all, let you bid away your time until the big reveal.
Right? Yeah, absolutely that. I think so. I know Paul and Kimberly, who wrote it. I believe they've been working on it for the past 2 years. So, well, when they found out the first one was received so well, they got to work and been working on this one. So They definitely did the heavy lifting. And I just came, it didn't even feel like work. Just went to go play a little bit. And that was that.
And tell us, in terms of, you mentioned some of the themes that we have in this movie, and there's an awful lot of, you mentioned your own characters, a strong feminine presence, the working woman, the opportunity, the driven sort of mum as well. Is there all aspects that you find in sort of everyday modern community life now that different child that will appeal to maybe all the different audience and genres to say, look, there's something for everybody in this movie. There's something that everybody can relate to.
That's exactly it. I couldn't emphasize that more. And I think that's why these movies do so well because they're very relatable. They're grounded, and you can watch along, and you're brought into their worlds. So yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you
And
said.
tell us, we probably all know Paul Campbell from his earlier roles as growing up as an actor on the set maybe of Battlestar Galactica, where he produced the played a role in that. Tell me, what is Paul Campbell, the director, like in terms of, is he very sort of a different sort of individual that what you see from the actor?
So Paul Campbell, what Terry Ingram was directing this one. So I think, yeah, and so I think Paul was more involved in acting on this one for sure and writing, but directing was left to Terry.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
And tell me, when someone has so much invested interest in terms of writing a script and then acting on it as well, is it almost like their own baby? Can they sort of, are they nearly invested in every scene, even though the scenes that they're not even shooting themselves, are they peering over the with one eye on every sort of thing? Do you almost feel that you had a dare I say, a second shadow?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They are very invested. And, after every day of shooting, they'll watch the dailies to see how the scenes worked out. And they were making changes as we were going along. So the script was changing, day by day. There'd be revisions to it to improve it based on, how it's been played out. But definitely involved. But it's not micromanaging in any way. You still have the freedom to develop your character, and from that, they'll see what works well. Moving on. So it was the freedom to do what your character is doing, and then they were making revisions along the way.
Okay, and Nicole, for the final 30 seconds, I'm going to turn it over to you. You might enlighten all our audience, all our listeners, why they should tune in to watch Three Wiser Men and a Boy on the Hallmark TV channel, the satellite TV channel here in Ireland and the UK. And when they do, Nicole Major, what's in store for them?
Sure. If you want to laugh with your family, if you want to cry, if you want to dance, you get to copy their dance. This is definitely the movie for you. It's grounded. You see real life struggles or challenges, I should say, in different spheres of life in different generations. And most importantly, you'll see the theme of family, Christmas magic, Christmas spirit, and the celebration of love.
Okay.
So
On
you
that
won't be
note, all that's
disappointed.
left to say is from me, Jim Conlan, to you, Nicole Major. Stay safe, take care, and God bless. And do check out Nicole Major, who plays the role of Sophia in Three Wiser Men and a Boy, alongside Paul Campbell, Tyler Hynes, Margaret Cullen, Andrew Walker. But all that's left to say is from me, Jim Conlan, to you, Nicole Major. Stay safe, take care, God bless.
Thanks, Sam.